Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another NBA 2K17 Pro Am game. Today, the scouting report on the opponent is we are going against the 21-7 Merkham Out squad. Good record as Brian with the brick wall screen, but Josh gets blocked, trying to take advantage of it on the floater. They push it up ahead, force it up ahead, and somehow make that contact layup. Early on in this game, both teams got up to I don't want to say slow starts because slow would be an understatement as we throw up the oop and Josh finishes it high at the rim. That's the guard alley-oop right there, the 1 and 2 as they get the slam dunk on that end. But despite these slam dunks you guys are seeing, both teams' offenses were putrid at the start of this one. We only have 4 points late in the first quarter as the ball moves around and finds the open man. It's Michael spotting up from deep. So we definitely got to do something to get the offense going. Is Michael wide open for 3. They do not guard the inbounder. That's the guy you got to guard all the time, man. Guard the inbounder because the ball will find him very quickly. But one thing we definitely tried to do to get our offense going as they run a little pick and pop of their own right there is push the pace, especially whenever they miss shots or turn the ball over. We were trying to run and gun because both teams got the slow starts. Our defense is playing well. As you guys see here, we get the block, and then Brian's gonna force a missed shot right there. And then after that, look who's up ahead. Josh with his slasher. He's gonna outpace him, and a fundamentally good layup right there is gonna get us the bucket. So as long as our defense plays the way they are right now, we have a chance to just run. Unfortunately, this is the end of the first quarter, so we gotta put that shot up. It's gonna end up missing right there. Otherwise, Josh was up there. I was probably gonna throw another alley-oop to him as we get blocked, trying to take it all the way to the rim, trying to get our first points up the game. Instead, here they are trying to push that pace, pull up, and bang, bang. So obviously, they got the same idea. They want to, push it, except they want to get their shooters open. That's definitely something they try to emphasize, pulling up from the three-point line whenever they were running in transition. As Josh gonna force it inside to Brian. The ball's gonna eventually move around to us, putting it up, but once again getting blocked. We're struggling to find our offense right now. As you see, once again they're pushing it, and look at this guy, he's just gonna stop right there. I went to go guard the guy at the three-point line in the corner, and that guy, no one ever picked him up. No one ever did the first thing you gotta do, stop the ball in transition, and they got that one right there. So both teams are starting to pick it up a little bit, but it's not in the half-court set. No one's really finding their way through it as Michael hits the 3 right there. We get called for a foul, but the bucket's still going to count. So, whoever figures out half-court offense first, probably going to win this game because both teams' defenses are playing pretty decently right now as they have a wide open man right there, but not going to cash in. The dude had a sharpshooting grand badge activated and all and still couldn't make it as we finally get our first bucket right there. Almost got blocked nonetheless, but nice little flashy dunk as they use a little screen, a little pick and roll game, and the guy just pulls up the 3 before anyone even rolls as we turn the ball over right there. We had Walsh wide open, unfortunately dribbled it off that dude before we could really do anything about it. Pull up again, and it's cash again. Like I said, that's what this team's emphasis was. They ran until they got to the three-point line, then they all stopped and they popped. As we have the ball right here, our emphasis was going all the way to the rim, whether it's just throwing it in there or throwing it sky high where only Josh could get it. 2 alley-oops so far in this game, a chance to maybe even get a third, but Josh is gonna take this one himself. And look at this, every single time they're missing a shot or turnover especially, usually it's Josh up ahead, I'm up there as well. Even Walsh sometimes is up ahead of the pack. So, these guys are definitely doing a very bad job of getting back after a missed shot. We put up the shot right there, and it actually goes in. I put that up figuring, if I missed it, Brian would get the offensive rebound probably, because we got the center to commit as they're going to get the buzzer beater to end the second quarter. Great defense by Walsh, but that dude just made a contested shot. So that shot ended up going in nonetheless. We have some decent stats at halftime, and more importantly, we have a nice little lead. Our defense continues to play well, and our offense is starting to find itself. And one thing that definitely was key that happened in this game sometime late in the second quarter was the point guard ended up, I don't know, lacking out or quitting, whatever the hell happened to the point guard, but he ended up leaving the game in the second quarter. And what that did was, just absolutely made our defense 10 times better than it already was as Josh gets blocked, but Brian's got his back right there. So now you're going to see me not even guarding the AI at all. There I am just roaming the court, getting the steal, running, pushing, ooping, and slamming it again. This alley-oop connection is unstoppable right now. And at that point, they couldn't even expect it. And look at this, another steal after the timeout. And you already know what's about to happen. ×4. The cook to Josh alley-oop. Oh, I tried to hit him one more time as he looked like he was up ahead right there, but it ends up being a turnover. Even after they called a timeout, they're probably like, yeah, we got to stop letting that happen as they get a slam dunk right there. But, still couldn't stop it as this guy trying to take it all the way to the rim, but look at the block meeting him at the rim. And once again, we got guys up ahead of the pack, and Walsh is going to throw it down that time. And like I said, with that point guard leaving the game, that almost killed their chances of like pretty much competing on the offensive end, because at that point I was completely disrespecting the AI. The AI was ineffective, and you know, you'll see like I'm not really guarding that guy too often there. Michael gets the steal, and it just forced so many turnovers, and then here comes one more. Oh, we actually had it right there. I don't know he would have finished it, but he actually passed out of it. I guess he didn't really expect me to throw it to him since he's a sharpshooting stretch big. But hey, man, I was willing to throw anything possible. Meanwhile, Josh ahead one more time, and that's where we're making our offense right now. We never really got to the half-court offense thing. We never really did too well in that, and you know, it's kind of a problem. But you know, for this game specifically, we were able to get away with it by just absolutely running and forcing all these turnovers one more time. We eventually get it up to Walsh. He throws it down, and Michael and I are both killing it in the steals category. See, we have 4 right now. Michael, I believe, has 4 or 5 at this point. Walsh is now taking over as the lead cherry picker of the team, just ahead of everyone. And there's Walsh in the corner this time. He's starting to find his offense, cashing in that 3. And just like that, in a huge third quarter run, and like I said, specifically, once that guy, you know, lagged out the game or whatever happened to the point guard, that changed the whole complexion of the game as we're going to throw it in the corner. Walsh is going to not pull up the mid, but go for the and one poster. Man, I remind you that's a sharpshooter that did all of that. So, it would probably have been smarter for him to take the mid, but it worked out nonetheless. And you know who up ahead of the pack is going to throw the ball down. It's Josh. The lead's over 30 at this point, and this is just basically a laughing stock. If these guys had their full 5, you know, throughout the game, maybe it's a different game. But, I mean, even when they did have their full starting 5 in that second quarter, you know, we were just getting on transition so hard. As Brian actually fouls out the game right here. He's not going to get his VC. With 28 seconds left in almost a 40-point blowout, my man actually couldn't survive. That's actually pretty funny right there. So, doesn't get his VC. He actually gets a loss on his record. You foul out of a game, even if your team wins. If you foul out, they give you a loss. So, Brian actually got the loss for that game. But, nonetheless, we, as a team, got the victory, and that's the most important part. Leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more NBA 2K17 Pro Am game. You see Michael, the player of the game, with a full stat line. Subscribe for more of all that, and I'll catch you guys next time.